Welcome, very first official podcast. Dude, we got a lot going on right now. Hopefully you guys are gonna have a lot of fun today. We got a topic we want to talk about, but first, before we get into anything kind of talk, why don't we introduce some of our old pals that you guys know very well of? Okay, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Hello.
Oh my God. Why did this thing mess up so bad?
Oh, wait.
Well,
Wait, I'm not even on the screen.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why it flipped everybody so wrongly.
Or doggo.
No.
Okay.
No.
Everybody, we can't even see Pixel.
No, we're fixing him. Don't trust me. We are fixing him, and we're
Working
doing
on
that.
it.
We're doing that right now. Technical difficulty.
Hey,
that doesn't
episode
even
1
exist.
struggles. It's okay.
Oh yes.
I'm the only one that looks good.
How dare you?
Uh-huh.
Oh
Wait,
my-
am I supposed to be on this?
Oh,
I can't even tell if that's like.
I see him.
I'm Angel's shoulder. Oh,
Wait,
here we go.
Wait.
Oh.
That's my
Hold
my
on.
wall over there, Angel.
Your wall.
The one we got.
Come back.
There he is.
I got my shoulder, my other shoulder.
Oh my God. That was like the perfect Pixel entrance. He just comes up like Jaws.
Didn't you guys pre-do this?
We did, but apparently since
Yeah, we're ready.
we closed out the other Discord channel
Okay.
things.
I have to stay centered.
Wait,
That's going to be really hard for me because I'm going to mostly do like this.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's easy. Like I get to bop it in my chair.
Yeah.
No, I'm fixing this. You watch the magic right there. Bam. Okay.
Hey, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, you gotta love the technical difficulties, man.
The Sword Podcast. That's what you should expect from the podcast.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just-
We're just on brand right now.
Angel,
And Keo and
how you doing
Pixel.
this week?
Oh, same old. So if you guys are new to the entire channel and the podcast itself, let me introduce everybody. Here, the lovely people, as always. We got DogOwner to my right. Hello, DogOwner. We got Pixel
Hello.
Bullets down below me. And then we got
What's up?
Kyrock7 down to the bottom right. Drinking his I don't know what the hell he's drinking. Are you sure it's not Captain Fuel?
No.
No, that's in my cup.
That's in your cup? Oh, God. All right.
Dogger said something last night like, yeah, about how tipsy I feel tonight is how I want to feel on the podcast.
I'm nowhere near that.
Nice.
feel it.
Okay.
Nowhere near that, unfortunately.
I feel it.
No
I
offense,
feel
no
it.
offense to you and your podcast, Angel.
And then it's ours, goddammit. Don't do that to me. All right.
Well, you know, you just get like that loosey-goosiness when you've had a couple.
Yes.
I got Modelo's.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I got Modelo's on today.
he knows how I feel about that.
I just need to
I'm
order
sorry.
something, I guess.
All right. So
All right.
we're all here. We're excited to talk to you guys. We actually got a interesting topic today that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And I feel like everybody's kind of been through something of the sorts, I know I have. So if you guys have stories and you want to go right ahead and jump into it, feel free. If not, I will go right ahead and lead off with a story. And today's topic is going to be accidental self-harm. It's a big one. So anybody here got a stories they want
Funny
to...
one.
Yo, you got a funny one? Please do share.
Well, it's not funny, but I do have a story.
Well, go right ahead.
I'm sure we can make it.
I'm gonna leave-
Go for it. Go
Yeah,
for it.
Do it. Take the
okay,
floor.
I'll lead with mine. So,
We'll start with some of the morbid ones because I got kind of a morbid one too. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. So mine was Keo and I live together. We're roomies, and we were trying to build a fence in our backyard in our old house because we have dogs, and they're good. They won't run off, but we wanted a fence, and so I don't know if anyone has ever had to pay to build a fence in their backyard. It's very expensive. So we're like, fuck that. Let's just buy the panels. We have a sledgehammer. We have tools. We'll do it ourselves. So we got all the stuff that we needed. And long story short, you had to use like a sledgehammer or whatever to get the poles into the ground. So Keo and I were doing it together. And I can't remember which one of us was doing what, but we were slamming the hammer down. And then one of the times that we slammed the hammer down, my hand slipped. And it got caught between the pole and the sledgehammer. And it just went. And I immediately grabbed my hand. And I said, and I knew it was going to be bad from the lack of pain I was feeling. I said, "Oh, my hand's
like right here."
It was right here on my hand. It hit, and I immediately grabbed it, and I said, "I don't like." I knew I didn't feel it, and I said, "That's bad." So after a couple of seconds, I started to feel it, and I still have a scar there. You probably can't see on camera. It's very, very dull, but big time oopsie. I split my whole hand open right here. It was deep. I definitely should have gone to the not the ER, but like a walk-in clinic and got a couple stitches.
And wait, there's more.
God.
So that happened. I had my hand. I had that wrapped up. I'm holding it. Whatever. It hurts at this point, but whatever.
I continue to build a fence.
Yeah. So Keo stays outside. I'm inside trying to get my shit together. So then I walk into the next room, and this is a very, very old house, original everything. I think this house was probably built in, you looked it up once, in the 30s maybe.
It was actually built in the 20s.
And everything's original, unfortunately. So it's old. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I go to get on the bed, and I lose my balance because I'm only using one hand to do everything. So I lose my balance, and so I put my hand up to stop myself from falling. And I put my fucking hand through the window. I go straight through the window.
My God.
It is the same hand that I hit with the sledgehammer.
Oh, you psychopath!
I'm using my good hand to get on the bed, and then I lose my balance. So your natural instincts take over. So I take my fucked up hand and I put it through the window.
Oh my God.
Which should tell you how old the window and thin the windows are, that my sheer pressure on it broke it. So to this day, that window's still broken.
Oh my God.
And I got a big, I got a laceration on the back of my hand, like next to my sledgehammer wound.
So you sledged your hand, and then you lacerated your hand.
You
and with your
sledged your
profession,
hands.
you didn't go to the doctor.
How ironic that turned out.
Phrase is there's this phrase called like the cobbler's son has no shoes. I don't know if you've heard it.
It's very true.
That's very true. Yeah.
And nurses make the worst patients because if a limb isn't hanging off of your body, then it's not a big deal. I was like, and Keo was outside, and I just yelled out of just being pissed off. I'm like, seriously? Because those two events happened within like 30 minutes of each other.
Yeah, I think that's a totally normal and fine time to yell.
I can see her doing this at her. Yeah. I can see you doing this at your previous job. Like, I really need the money. What do I do? Just go up to the window in one of the rooms and break that with your hand, and then sledge your hand with a cart and like, I need workman's comp. Can you help me?
Like, look what happens on the job.
I remember when it happened. Like, it happened. So, I was like, all right, go inside. I got this.
You're like, you're done. You're done.
You're done.
I'm a clumsy person. I don't think I'm a clumsy person.
I am way more clumsier than she is.
So when that kind of stuff happens, I get so pissed off at myself. I'm like, you fucking idiot. Like, get it together.
Oh my
so do you feel like you still have like damage from that at all, or
no? Everything healed up. Everything
that's really fortunate.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really.
Well, I did a lot of like butterfly bandages, and I changed it a lot, and I cleaned it, and nope, I just got a couple scars. It's fine.
I am so glad you mentioned the butterfly bandages. I actually had to
Butterfly
use.
stitches.
My dad actually had to set one up for me. So what happened was, so back then I was probably like 17-ish, 16, 17, and we used to have two Rottweilers. One was Hercules, one was Samson. Hercules was a big beefy boy, like he was husky. Samson was very skinny.
Hercules,
Yeah, Hercules. So he calls me, and this was like maybe around like mid-February. Like it snowed a lot back then. And he goes, "Hey son, can you do me a favor?" I said, "Sure. What do you need?" He goes, "I want you to do me something. Go to the back, let the dogs come into the house, put them in the crawl space, because he had a dog house for them in the back of the garage, but we didn't have anything to help keep them warm. So what he would do is he would put them in the least coldest spot possible under the house. So he actually built like a little wall, like two walls, so they actually have like a door that we let them in, and and all that jazz." So basically, what happened
So your
was
dog slept underneath your home?
they did in the crawl space. It was like this only for a short time, because later on he actually
I'm
fixed
not
up their
judging.
house. You're judging me. I see
Nice.
it. So I bring them in, and they normally don't go anywhere unless you give them command, because my dad trained them. So I let them down into the crawl space. I'm like, "Come on, let's go down." Open up the crawl space door, and I get in. Now, when you get in this crawl space, you instantly turn left. There's a vent right there for all the hot air and cool air, whatever, like the whole central system. It's right there, and the door is right behind it. So I'm in there. I'm trying to open the door and get the dogs in, and what they're doing is they're constantly circling around like fucking sharks. And I'm like, "There's
Yeah,
no."
like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you
Yeah,
doing?
like there's no way in hell. I'm like, "Dude, get in the damn thing." And it got to a point. I'm wrestling with them for like 15 minutes, and I turn around, hit the right side right here of my eye. And I'm like, "Ouch, that hurt." And I hit it pretty hard. And I started feeling like, like liquid. So I'm thinking I'm sweating. Finally got him in there after like 20 minutes. And I'm like, "Okay, let me go check my face," because I'm not sweating on my head. And you guys seen how I sweat. I sweat everywhere, like profusely. And
Like
I
that
like,
salt, bro.
yeah, like I took a dunk in the fucking pool. So I go straight directly from the
Dunk
crawl
an
space to fucking cute. I go directly from the crawl space to the bathroom, checked. I slit this open from the vent. Right here in the corner, I slit it open. And my dad had just got home from work.
Yikes.
And he goes, "What happened?" I'm like, try to put the dogs in. And I explained the whole thing. And he goes, "All right, well, we're going to do the butterfly thing with the Band-Aids." He had like the two little skinny ones, so we didn't have the full Band-Aid. He just taped it off. He goes, "Okay,
Yeah.
there you go, a couple weeks." I'm like, "Okay." After like a couple weeks, I
Yeah.
peeled off, where it was at, and it was like thick puddles of blood that dried up. Hurt like hell. Oh, this sucks so bad. Never again. I wouldn't do it again.
You have a scar?
I do.
How old were you?
Like 16, 17. So I was like sophomore, junior year in high school.
So you're going to school with like a.
Everybody literally looked at me. They're like, "Oh, what are you trying to do with a belly, huh?"
Wait. We got people listening to audio. What was it that you're trying to tell them?
What?
I put my hand up against my face in a bandage. I actually don't know what a butterfly bandage looks like. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I'm imagining butterfly.
I've had multiple butterfly stitches.
Yeah,
It's gross,
multiple
bro.
butterflies.
Butterfly stitches. No, anyone?
No,
No?
nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. Thinking butterfly
Y'all know that
effect.
song? Butterfly Kisses?
Is it sang by
Oh,
Barney?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I know the Ashton Kutcher movie, Butterfly Effect.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh my
So
gosh, yeah, that
perfect.
does not look fun. Oh, okay.
That
I'm
bad, huh?
upset
Yeah.
that I looked it up.
What are we looking up?
I was looking at butterfly
stitches.
bandages. Or
Ooh,
stitches
yeah.
and stuff.
So-
Yeah, those look real fun.
Alright. I wasn't even gonna talk about this, but I'll talk about it super quick.
Yes.
Butterfly stitches. So when me, my mom, and my sister, we went to Mr. B's, and I used to love reading the comic books there, and I would just full run in, and I'm like 7 years old. And one time I ran in as fast as possible. It looks like Angel's doing raps in front of me, but I ran in as fast as possible, and I got hit by a shopping cart.
What? Who hit you?
And I had to have some lady.
That's hilarious.
Okay, Okay.
The court ruled that was on me.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, did she hit you or did you run into it? I mean,
It's like
I love that I was
somewhere on
already
my-
there. I was already there.
It was like somewhere on my forehead. I had to get butterfly stitches, and then like underneath my lip, I have like you can't see it on the camera,
Yeah.
but it's like my tooth went through my lip. I had to get stitches there.
You're making
And you have a
queasy.
scar, like a
Well,
Yeah.
I opened that up 3 times. The other time was with me and my friend Pyrrhic. We were swimming, and he came up under me, and it like got cut really bad. The first time was when I was like a infant, like 1-2 years old. I just did a off of the stairs, and it went through that time too. But that wasn't even what I was going to talk about. What I was going to talk about was what was it, a year or 2 ago? I was in the bathroom. If you watch my stream, I'm sure you heard about this.
yeah, probably like almost 2 years ago. Yeah.
I was in the bathroom taking a shit, and I was done, and I got up, and I was looking for the toilet paper. I couldn't find it,
Yeah.
and I'm looking like this for the toilet paper. And I move my head up, and there was a cabinet above the toilet. Hit it,
You told me
Hard.
about that.
and I hit it hard. I fell down on the ground.
Yeah.
Wait, was
I'm
that
pretty
the
sure I concussed.
was that the day that you were like complaining that your head was hurting really, really bad?
Probably.
That was on stream. I remember that.
Bad.
I remember that. That
And like
conversation.
I couldn't even remember my real name.
Kept complaining about smelling toast.
I was really tired. I was extremely tired, and like
Yeah.
I still streamed, and it was like probably the worst stream I ever did. I was like so out of it.
Yeah.
dude.
Oh my gosh.
You look
But
like you
I
were
did
ready
it,
to
and then-
sleep. That is so
Yeah, it was-
wild.
Mm.
Like I hit my head, and I was on the ground, like, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Oh my god.
Help me.
Oh my god.
She comes in, she's like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, I couldn't even put words together. And she helps me up, and she's carrying me into the living room.
Oh my
and she sits me down, and I'm just like
Yeah.
it's literally I got Tweety Bird.
And he's like, this stream continues.
God.
She's like, what year is it? What's your name? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
She's like,
my
what's your name? I'm like, Kyrox.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, what's
Your
the
government name.
Yeah. She's like, what's the year? What's your name? He's like, this is great content.
Yeah. Can't wait to talk about this on stream.
Yeah.
And then I go on stream, and it was like, I felt like I probably shouldn't. That probably took at least a year off my life, maybe. If not more. I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember
Why?
another moment you were on the ground, but that's not an accident.
All right. You want to get into that? We've talked about it 1,000
Yeah.
I
times.
think so.
Oh,
So
I don't know which time you're talking about
this
because
was when
so
I was
much
at-
has happened.
I was in my apartment. I don't know if I knew DogOwner.
But you didn't hurt yourself.
and,
Luckily.
and I had a long day of work. I was working a part-time job at GameStop, and I just came home and I was streaming. And I was streaming a single-player game, which you know what that does to me sometimes.
Sleepy.
And I got up for a second, and I knocked. I used to have like my Switch cases at the edge of my desk, like just stacked up on top. And I knocked them over, and so everybody thought that they heard a big bang, like a, but it was my Switch cases. And I'm like, all right, let me pick these up real quick. And I was so tired, and I was picking them up, and I fell asleep while I was picking them up. Like, can't you see me doing that, DogOwner? If I'm really tired.
Yes.
So cousin Nene called the cops.
Because we knew each other by this time, but I wasn't a part of your stream. I wasn't a part of
you
this.
fell asleep like standing?
No,
No.
like I was on the ground.
you were
like,
still.
No, I was on the
Got his
ground
knees.
picking them up. Like I was like almost laying, but not really laying because I was like,
just
given
just like this
minimal
is a comfy
effort.
carpet.
yes, Yes, exactly.
Pretty much.
Wow, dude.
And
I
the-
wish I
When
could
the
sleep that easy.
And the best part was the stream was still running.
Yeah, and everyone was like, "From what I hear, like, is he okay? Like, where did he go?"
And so cousin Nate calls the cops,
Yeah,
gives him my address,
for a wellness check.
and then all of a sudden I hear. Oh, like, wait, what? What's going on?
Yeah, that's great. I love that.
His reaction,
To
dude.
the door,
Oh my god.
and I go to answer the door. I'm like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, we're just a wellness check. Somebody called on you." I'm like, "I'm good, man." And I go over to the stream, like, "All right, I gotta go, boys."
Stream's over.
That's funny, man.
Oh my god.
That wasn't self-harm though.
I have a couple events, but the one that's mine that actually just popped in my head for whatever reason. I have a older brother, and we used to roughhouse like all the time. So we just like wrestle, beat each other up, stuff like that.
Mhm.
I remember one time I like,
podcast.
yeah, I like smacked his head up against like a coffee table and stuff, like, because he's like 3 years older than me. So
Brothers.
the only way to like beat a brother that's 3 years older than you is fight dirty, you know.
Mhm.
Well, I think there was one time we were just horsing around kind of thing, and he like pulled up his knee while I was like just moving around or something like that, and it hit right here while my tongue was in it. Like literally, it took off a chunk of my tongue. Yeah, there was a chunk off that was like maybe half or half an inch or less. I don't know, like somewhere around there. And yeah, it just kept bleeding and bleeding and bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. So yeah, we ended up going to like urgent care, and they gave me like a Band-Aid for your tongue. It's like this, it's like crosshatch thing. I don't know, it looks weird. And yeah, they threw that on there, and I don't know like how funny that story is, but that's something that happened. It was definitely accidental.
Did your brother, like, when it happened and you were probably like screaming or whatever, was your
Yeah.
brother like, "Shh, no, shh"?
The thing is I don't remember how old I was exactly, but I think I was like 11 or 12. So like he would have been like 15. So like
he knew
I
he
think
was fucked.
we were like kind of past that age. No, that's not
Nice
that's the
wet
thing.
roller.
No, that's the thing with my parents are like, well, y'all both, you know, did it yourselves kind of thing. Like, you know, that's just how they handle it. Like, you know, because
Okay.
they knew he didn't do it purposely. They weren't like, oh well, you know, Josh made, you know, him
Yeah.
bite off a piece of his tongue. Like that would be like
Do it.
really, yeah, that would be really difficult.
Pixel sitting there.
And that would take forever to heal.
Yeah.
So like, where
Yeah,
on
it
your
does,
tongue
yeah.
was it?
It's literally just the tip of my tongue. Yeah.
Okay.
And there was
So,
like a scar on there for the longest time. I don't even think it's really there anymore, but
Did
I
it
don't know.
grow back?
Yeah.
I don't
mean,
know.
I don't know, like it
Wait.
kind of
Your tongue
it
can
didn't
grow back.
Like I don't know, like
Healed.
it healed. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a lizard.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's their tail.
Yeah.
That grow back.
Pixel's just
Either way.
sitting there like with his hand under his chin, bleeding with his tongue out, and he's
Yeah, I mean,
talking like
it's
Mike
not like-
Tyson. Fuck you.
Like I said, it wasn't like, I guess maybe I described it bad. Like it was like a slither, like across. It wasn't like it
Mhm.
wasn't like half an inch deep. Like that would be a lot off.
That would hurt.
So it was
It
like just
wasn't a
the front
split.
end.
It was a
Yeah.
slice.
It was like a slice this way. Yeah. So
God,
yeah.
that is horrible.
It was a big old chunk. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, mine are like kind of like more. I hadn't had too many since then. Some like small things, like my fingernail falling off after I like jammed it in a door.
Don't let it be
Ooh.
that. My toenail.
Yeah.
So
From slamming it.
morbid.
they don't grow back right.
Oh, my
Right?
fingernail actually
Back.
did.
Yeah.
Well, no, I
Okay.
know what you're talking about because there's like I think it's called like the matrix, right? The base of your nail,
Mhm.
and like if it's damaged, yeah, like your nail can grow in weird. But mine grew back fine, thankfully.
There was
I
a
just
little
remember-
girl I knew that was growing up that like she loved showing her.
That's what I did. Yeah, in school, I was like I remember, I remember just showing everybody. I was like, look.
You want to see something weird?
What the-
But another, I guess, kind of morbid story. It was my brother again. My brother got hurt a lot.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So what happened with him? We were literally just playing tag on a playground.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know if like every state has one of these, but it was like a castle park. I don't know if you know, kind of.
I got a wood.
Yeah, they're all wood and stuff like that. Yeah. I think they tore a lot of them down because people got armed on them. But they're huge, and like there was like always like little cubbyways underneath because like water had like damaged, like little crawl spaces underneath and stuff. So it was like the coolest thing, like for a kid. Like you could just find nooks and crannies all around that like you could hide in and whatnot. It was the best. But obviously very harmful if you found a way to harm yourself. Well, my brother was being chased by my cousin. We were all together. My aunt was watching us. So we had to be fairly young, and he maybe I can text him to see how old he was. Give me a second. And,
It's not a live podcast or anything. It's fine. Take your time.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop my story. But
How old were you?
He jumps off a 4 foot tall. We know that for sure. 4 feet, not much, right? 4 foot tall piece of playground equipment. Spiral fractures his femur.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There was no bend in the knee on the landing.
We go over there and we're like, ha, Josh, real funny, haha, like what like come on, like yeah, you hurt yourself. And he's like, no, like, but like the thing is first of all, breaking your femur is supposed to be like the most painful thing, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like up there with childbirth, right? That's what they say. And he was like so cool with it. He was like, yeah, there's just something wrong. He's like, I don't know what's going on, kind of thing. Well, my aunt comes up, and she's former military, so she's like, "Walk it off, son," kind of thing. And it was a pretty busy day. I think it was the weekend. So somebody like saw that he injured himself and came over. He was like, "Hey, can I take a look at it?" He was a doctor, and he was like, "Yeah, I think you should go get that checked out." He didn't like give a diagnosis or anything like that. He just saw the swelling and whatnot. Well, yeah,
That doesn't look normal.
Yeah, lo and behold, he spiral fractured his femur.
Oh my god.
And playing tag, dude. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. They put a titanium rod in it. Yeah, they literally put a titanium rod in it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a bad fracture.
Man.
Yeah, but apparently, like the whole time, even after, he said he had like pain from like the swelling, but
That was it.
maybe it just hit the right place in the nerves or whatever. But he didn't really have that much pain.
Lucky for him.
Yeah.
'Cause shit.
Yeah, like I
I'm
mean, the whole time
surprised.
he was very calm. It was like very strange. Yeah, but we like I think we have the X-rays somewhere. Like it looked pretty screwed up.
You have to send us
Fine, send me
pictures.
a picture.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. That sounds super interesting.
God. So far,
I'll have to ask her that. Yeah.
Yeah.
you and DogOwner both like brought up stuff that already is like connected to both of my stories. And I'm like, God damn it, already.
We can submit multiple stories.
Yeah.
We can. Yeah. Why not?
Can I stop you here?
Why don't you go ahead, Keo? Go ahead.
I got one. I
Go
got
ahead.
one after this. Go ahead.
All right. So, I was about 13. So I went to a summer camp for 2 years, right? And the summer camp, the way it works is that they would separate the kids into groups. So like 5-year-olds to 7-year-olds are group A, like 8-year-olds to 9-year-olds are group B, and then 10-year-olds to 13-year-olds are group C. And I was part of that group. So we're gonna fast forward to the second year. I was old enough. I had just turned 13. I was old enough to be a camp counselor. And by the way, it sucks to try to tell other kids your age to shut up and behave. Doesn't work. So
It doesn't work.
It doesn't. You're sitting there like, well, I'm an asshole just like him, so I guess it's gonna work out just fine. So we're playing a game of tag, but we had a special rule where it actually was hide and seek. So you would hide. Everybody would hide. If you got founded, you had a chance to run. If the person tagged you, you were off to the side. I did later. This is how fucked up it gets. So like the church that we were at for the summer camp. So imagine it's a straight path, right, for a sidewalk. And on both sides of the sidewalk are these like tall black like light lamps that they have usually at some buildings or like houses or whatever. And they had about like 6 of them or 8 of them going up to the door. And then to the right of that is a stairway that went up, and it's in the actual like main chapel. So we're playing hide and seek, and I hid right next to the door going into the actual summer camp. And I was hiding behind the bush with like 4 of the kids. Everybody's getting caught one by one. And my cousin was the one that was tagging and finding. And I tried to sneak behind him. Everybody snitched on me. And all I remember was being in so much pain, I fell on my ass. Now, the reason why I say it that way is because one of the poles that I did not see was about 1.5 feet in front of me. And I sprinted like full on, just went crazy fast. Right toe hit first, right knee got hit next, right hip got hit, the fucking right side of my ribs got hit, the right shoulder got hit, and I fell down.
It got fucked up.
It fucked up. And my cousin walked up, he goes, "Are you okay?" And I'm like,
No.
not really. I'm feeling a little pain, but you know, he goes, "I got something to tell you. Tag, you're it, bitch." I was like, son of a bitch.
Yo, we're kids, man. That's like basically what we did. We were like,
It was
like,
so
Piece of
great.
shit.
you know, we went up and we were like, Josh, he's just playing with, he's messing with us. Like literally, like spiral fractured one of the biggest bones in your body.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
And we're just being asses to him.
It was, oh my god.
You're it.
I still hate him
funny,
for
dude.
that for this
Yeah,
day.
what are you doing over there?
The only other thing I think about self harm is my good old childhood friend Gary Kibb.
Oh, you love talking
my
about
God.
Gary, man.
Yes.
This
explain.
man has so much beef with Gary from his childhood.
Wait,
it's
wait.
like a weekly conversation about Gary.
Is this the guy that stole your, what was it, Pokemon game or the card?
No, that was Ian.
Screw you.
That was Ian. Ian Fern. He stole my Pokemon.
Last names.
He stole my.
Say last names.
So he stole my Pokemon Blue. So I wrote my name on the cartridges, and this motherfucker stole my Pokemon Blue, and I went to his trailer, and his mom I talked to his mom. His mom had a big old birthmark, like taking up 25% of her face. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Just to give you a description. I'm like, hey, you got my Pokemon? Ian, I'm pretty sure he has my Pokemon Blue.
Pokemon.
And nah, Ian wouldn't do that. Ian wouldn't take your Pokemon Blue. I'm like, all right, okay. So then I was just kind of waiting around the trailer, and I waited for her to turn the corner. I went inside the house, and I grabbed his Game Boy, I grabbed the Pokemon Blue, and I saw my name on the Pokemon Blue, and I jetted out.
Jesus Christ.
So what about Gary?
Yeah.
Side quest. Let's get back to Gary.
I want to know
The
about
side
Gary.
quest, I love it.
What's going on with Gary, Q?
So Gary and Michael and Ian were in the backwoods of my house, and they were just like throwing bottles because apparently the drunkards would go back there and drink beer and leave the bottles.
Damn.
And Michael threw a bottle at a tree, and it broke against the tree and went directly Gary's eye. And Gary had to go through all this surgery and stuff. He had to start wearing glasses. His eye went from brown to gray.
Oh.
And all this shit. And so like, yeah, all this shit happened, and like I'd always be there and be like, "Hey Gary, what's up?" Because he had a lot of time off school because of that.
Yeah.
And so I'd go to his house and we watch old wrestling tapes. We watch Royal Rumble and stuff. So this motherfucker, he gets better.
His
And
eye
he
gets better?
Yeah, his eye gets better.
Really?
He gets better.
Were
He
you
gets
making
his
eye
license.
jokes?
I wasn't. I was very nice.
Doesn't sound like you.
He got his license before I did because he was older than me. And I was like, "Hey Gary, you mind?" And like literally, it's like 3 doors down is where Gary lived. I'm like, "Hey man, you think you could take me to school? I'll pay you gas money." He's like, "No man, I gotta pick up some girls." And he would completely bypass me, go pick up these sleighs, and go to school.
And then they accidentally
that's my
got pregnant by
first
him.
Left you to ride the bus.
I had to ride the bus as a senior.
God.
That is really that's very intentional to live so close and literally past your house and be like, "No, fuck you, I'm not taking you to school. Find your own way."
You
That's very intentional.
He's married to my ex-girlfriend, and
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're gonna say her full name too?
Yeah. Your
God.
ex-girlfriend that you like married in middle school, and now he's like he married.
Oh
her.
wait, you married someone in when you were a
that
kid
never,
too?
It was actually a situation where people were like, "Hey, Keo, you don't have to date the first girl that you meet." That's what they told me.
Aww.
Sweet lady.
And what did we do? We did exactly just that.
So yeah,
So I have another Josh Chronicle. I don't know if you want to hear.
Yes,
it. I'm telling
yes.
you,
Josh,
Josh.
Give it to
This
us.
guy got hurt a lot, right?
Wait.
That's your older brother.
Wait, before
That's
we
my
move
older
into
brother.
this, you use
Yeah.
that lit roller a lot.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You got pets?
Well, I don't have to use it. No, it's for work.
There you go.
What do you mean?
You still get lint on your clothes if you don't have animals.
Mhm.
All right.
And you said Josh is like 3 years older.
Yeah, he's 3 years older than me.
That's my
So-
older brother too. Is 3 years.
We used to do like airsoft wars and stuff like that
Oh,
out in
God.
like a park that was right really close to us.
Mhm.
And we would honestly, best childhood memory is these like little things that we'd put together because we'd literally we'd go to high school, we'd like tell people like, hey, airsoft war this Saturday, we're meeting here. And I mean, the most we ever had was like 35 or something like that show up to these events. Like we had
That's a lot.
wars. Like, we had a lot
Yeah.
of people. We'd go out into these woods and like start like moving stuff around, finding any kind of plywood we could, and like putting it up in between trees and stuff to make like barricades. A lot of fun stuff. Well, we'd always wear like eye protection and whatnot because these guns they can cause you to bleed
Mhm.
from even range. Like 400 feet per second can puncture skin. Not like too bad, but it can puncture skin.
You're gonna feel it.
Well, typically like the bolt action, like sniper ones and stuff, are like almost just like slightly higher and whatnot. So we were in between fights one time, and we all kind of have our goggles like on our heads or whatever, just walking around the park into like I guess like one of the reload areas, after one of the skirmishes are over or whatever. And my friend Mark, I won't say his full name. I'm just kidding. He was just messing around, man. They were laughing. You know how like people are like dance, and they're like shooting at people's feet and stuff like that. So Mark gets his little sniper. He's like dance, and he shoots someone else. Not even Josh. He shoots the ground. It hits the ground, ricochets right back up into Josh's eye.
Oh
no!
Josh's eye immediately like has blood like inside the whole iris cornea area, right? The cornea is full of blood. He's like, out of this eye I see red.
What the hell?
And,
Oh my God.
yeah, like literally we were like freaking out. We were all like, it's over, right? So Josh calls up my dad. So this is like late, like he's probably a senior if not a junior if he even has a phone. In my family we had to like pay for our phones to even have one, so he had to have a job.
Mhm.
So he's probably 17. And yeah, so he calls up dad. Dad picks us up. My dad, he's just a happy, oblivious man. So Josh is, first of all, he walks up to a car. So he's in a field, an empty field. Josh is walking up to the car the whole time, like this, and he gets in the car, sits down in the front seat. Dad's right there. He's like, oh, how was it? That's my dad voice. And my dad's deaf, so he does actually kind of have a lisp. So sometimes I talk like that. Yeah, Josh is just holding his face. We're driving out of the parking lot, and Josh is just like sitting there. He's like, so I got my eye shot with a airsoft gun, and Dad was like, why didn't you say anything? He's just like holding his face.
And nothing's going on here.
So we
my
go to
God.
Care Now. We go to Care Now, like one of the like little minute clinic kind of things, and yeah, we get in line, and I swear, this is one of the funnier parts of the story, because my dad is like super sarcastic with the guy. So he's like, my son just got his eye shot with an airsoft gun, and he was like, okay, I can't remember what he said, but I remember it was almost like which one, or is it this one or something, and like one of them was like holding his face, and my dad's like, which
Dumbass.
that one? And I remember that like very clearly. But yeah, Josh eventually like got all of his vision back and stuff. I think he had eye drops for a long time.
Wow.
I think the main thing was his cornea filled with blood. but it did the job of a cornea, which is to protect, you know.
Yeah.
So,
That is
Ugh.
crazy.
yeah. So, and it could have been a lot worse if it was like a direct hit, obviously. And
Yeah.
yeah. So that's.
Holy shit.
Hey guys. Wait. Well, PSA. Wear eye protection.
Wear eye protection. You don't look silly. You don't look foolish. No one's judging you. Protect your eyes. Protect your head. Wearing helmets on bicycles and motorcycles. All the things that, like, I feel like as like young people and kids, you're kind of like, oh, that looks stupid or whatever. Like, no, it's for a reason. I used to. My dad rode a motorcycle, a Road King, and growing up, I say growing up, I was probably like between 16 and 20-ish when he had it, and we were riding it a lot.
You're still growing up.
I'd say more than half the time. Yeah, you're still growing up at that point, definitely. At that time, we never wore helmets. We were on the highway on like these back roads in Michigan, and when we lived out in Florida all the time, like he never was like, yes, child, wear a helmet. He's like, let's just go have fun.
God.
Looking back, I'm like, really, Dad? He probably should have had my helmet
Can I
on.
have a helmet, please?
Yeah, but a story. It's not my story. I was obviously there. I had a stepsister. I don't associate with her anymore. That's another podcast, another day.
That's right.
But growing up, we were around each other, and I grew up in Tampa, Florida, and my dad had a boat, and we always went on the boat. I'd say at least every weekend we were out, even if it was just for a couple hours, and even if there was a storm coming in, which if anyone's familiar with Florida weather, there's a storm every afternoon.
Yeah.
And it could be an hour, it could be 3 hours, it could be all day, it could not come at all. You really never know.
Almost every afternoon.
So, but as a Floridian, you're down there, you're gonna go enjoy your day. Like, the storms don't matter. It comes, it goes. So, but I'd say a good amount of the time we would travel probably an hour and a half, 2 hours out and around to go to St. Pete Beach, and then we would do the trip back home, and it would be late in the day. So whether the weather is good or bad, we're far from home. So if we go to come back home, the weather's bad, tough shit, you have to get home. So we just kind of weather the storm. One day we were on our way back home. Weather was awful, but as kids we don't care. My dad was very adventurous himself, so he was very much just, as long as everyone's having fun, who cares? So my dad would be going fast, and me and my stepsister would be at the front of the boat. It was like a 27-foot, where it had like a big section in the front that you could stand and hold onto a rope that's connected to the front that you would use for the anchor. And then he's driving behind us in the middle console. And so my sister and stepsister and I would be at the front holding the rope. And with the storms comes these crazy huge waves. And you're going up on the wave at the peak, and then you're slamming down, up and slamming. And so to us as kids, it's a great time. It's like you're going up, and then as you're coming down, you are off of your feet. Oopsie. You're off of your feet, and as you hit, to like bend your knees and brace for impact, and it's a great fucking time as a kid. And one day my stepsister was at the front of the rope where there is like I don't want to say shelving, but it's the front of like the boat to where there's an underneath. Yeah. So it's probably like level with our chest. So we're doing the thing with the waves up and down, up and down. All of a sudden we're up. She loses her grip, slips forward, and we hit down, and her head hits that front of the boat.
Oh my god.
Instant blood everywhere. Instant screaming. My dad throws out, like, takes the throttle off, so we stop fast. She busted out her two front teeth from hitting, because we were at the top of the wave, and we slammed down to the bottom. And at that slam, she headbutted the front of the boat and busted out her 2 front teeth. And we were kids, so they were her baby teeth. I mean, they were like her baby teeth.
And DogOwner
first last name out.
and DogOwner now is like, well, she deserved it. So
I didn't say it. I didn't say it. You did, and I'm not going to disagree with you.
Oh my god.
I'm not going to disagree with you. But it was.
it's like reverse karma.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, like it's building it up for what she would. For
Yeah.
she did
What
later
she's
on.
about to become.
Yeah, and she is the same person who, I'll make this one super short. There's a lot of trampolines, like you jump on trampolines as a kid, whatever. And she was doing flips, and she did a flip, and she like botched it, so she came down to where like her 2 legs hit the side, like the metal side of the trampoline. She broke her legs and had to be in casts.
Oh my god.
All right.
God.
So I'm looking at the setup of the episode. I think one thing we should do in the future.
This is an accident.
Wait.
Angel's camera.
I got to add on top of your story. Okay.
Okay.
But I think I would like to do gaming news. I see Pixel has gaming news, and like just maybe we open up with gaming news and stuff we're watching in the future. But I love this. This is amazing.
Yes.
Let me tell you. Did I tell you guys about Pyrrhic and the trampoline?
Oh God, no. Oh, what did you do to him?
I didn't do anything, man. We were just bouncing up and down on the trampoline. It was late at night, and he bounced up, and a stick goes in his ear, and blood comes out of his ear. And so, and his dad was a pastor, so we go to the hospital, and you know the thing on the pastors, those shit bars.
Yeah.
Like, how did those? His dad was a pastor, so he went to the hospital. Anyway.
I'm getting somewhere with this. You know those shit bars in the car?
Continue. Sorry.
You really know about those shit bars.
Yes.
My mom goes in the car.
I even hold on a lie. I don't know why. I do.
Please hold on to those shit bars and say, "Let's pray for Pyrrhic, please."
Let's pray.
Make sure that he
Pray.
heals immediately.
Oh,
And it wasn't. It didn't seem like it was that big of a deal to him, but
Yeah.
it was. He was bleeding from his ears. He had a stick going into his eardrum, and so this is Flint McLaren. All right.
Oh, you don't want to be there.
And we walk in, and there's a little black boy, and his whole all of this
His shin.
was cut open. You can see his bone.
You're making me
You know what's
sick.
fucked up? You know what's even more fucked up? They saw my friend before they saw that kid.
Oh no. Oh,
Yeah,
that poor kid.
Not even kidding.
God, that's.
And they gave my friend some drops in the ears.
Yeah.
With the power
That's
of
crazy.
gourd, we can heal Pyrrhic.
He's playing a gourd.
Oh my
All right,
God.
Trampolines are dangerous, but damn it, they're fun.
Do we have any more self-injury stories?
Oh,
or
yes. I had one from a couple weeks ago. I didn't tell you guys that because I completely forgot, because when I get into working, I always focus. So my mind just like it blanks out. So it was a little after it started doing that bad. No, actually, was that last week, right? It snowed really bad. So the week before that, it was just like it was snowing on and off at random. I went to deliver, and I have this habit of just running fast all the time, even in like cold weather, because I want to finish. I want to get everything
you
done.
Naruto run?
Hell yeah. so I get to this house, and it's an apartment building, and I have these 2 medium-sized boxes. They got a little weight to them, so I'm holding them like this, you know? So they're coming up to about my face, and I don't want to drop them. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm not coming back 2 trips.
Okay.
I grab the boxes, and I turn in the truck. Number one, scrape my hand on this handle for the cab door to close the back so nobody can see the packages. Scraped it. I'm like, fuck. And I'm all like already frustrated that I got hurt. Turned around again just to make sure I even myself out straight so I can walk out of the truck. Scraped up my elbow. Wasn't fun. And then you guys ever seen that video? I know it's gonna kind of somewhat be a little off topic, but it's like the person was at a laundromat. They had this big ass bag, and they threw the bag over their shoulder, and you see them fall real fast, and their flip flops went in the air. You guys ever seen that video?
Yeah. Yes.
I took my first step trying to rush down because I was in a hurry. I slid down the steps, right out the truck.
No.
With the boxes still, I'm holding the boxes. Oh no, it gets better because it sounds bad until I realize I'm like, oh, at least nobody saw that I'm by myself. I get up, look to my left, there's a guy staring at me. I'm like, oh, should I tell him I'm good? Should I just be like, play it off like he's not there? I'm like, don't worry about it, I'm good. He's looking at me and following me like this, like, what a fucking dumbass. I'm like, well, well, that was a nice night. I literally ran back in the truck all embarrassed, like, nobody's going to believe this if I didn't record this. Damn it. That hurt.
Did your ass hurt?
Oh my God, yes.
Right? Because you fall on your butt.
Oh my God.
Like your tailbone.
The way I landed, dude, the way I landed was like my one, like both my cheeks hit the second step, and then my spine scraped up against the top step going down. I'm like, shit. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. No, it was fun. It was amazing.
All right.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So we can either talk about gaming news, sneaky, irrational fears, or farting in public.
Whoa, hold on, sir. Those are singular episodes. We're not supposed to give that out to the people yet.
Singular episodes?
Yeah.
Oh, we're I thought we all had the same thing.
No, this is the same thing. No, you're good. It's just
they got a sneak peek. It's okay.
I will edit
in the future. In the future, we can tell them what episode's next to tell them what to look forward to. Hey, next week, check us out if you want to hear us talk about this, whatever.
Yeah. Hey, next week we might be talking about accidentals or farting in public.
God.
Yeah, next week we could talk about doxing people from our childhood.
I volunteer for that.
Well, we'll continue that.
Yeah. Let's find them on Facebook next time.
Oh my God.
The farting in public's gonna be hard for me.
I don't have any stories for that. I'm gonna be completely honest.
No, zero stories.
But we can dox.
Leo doesn't want to talk about it so bad.
I don't want.
We could do like a 50-50 episode maybe,
Hey, did you know that
a day that we don't have too many topics.
Yeah.
The son from Pawn Stars died tonight?
I know.
What?
I saw that.
Why are we bringing it down right at the end?
Just to let you know, man.
Did he have an accident?
I think that from now on, Keo and I need to switch spots because he's over there looking on the internet and on his phone and stuff. And yeah, I'm just sitting here.
Yeah.
So we need to take all Keo's stuff away from him.
His gadgets. Take his gadgets away.
Oh my God.
Because you're just okay.
Keel's gonna feel so naked when you switch places with him. He's like, "Where's all my technology?"
What about your thoughts on
you have to play with the roller.
Thoughts on what? Oh God.
On what?
Thoughts on Palmon. It's topical.
There's plenty of accidents in there.
The Pokemon game. Basically.
I have no thoughts. I don't know.
It's like Pokemon Arceus with.
Oh, that's what Feather was playing.
But
I'm gonna download it right now.
we should save that.
You bought it?
Yeah.
Did you get off G2A?
Outlaw King. Outlaw King's upset with me, and he always will be for me not video recording you farting in public.
Oh God.
Guys,
I won't do it.
Guys, okay, we can kind of get into this topic right now if you want. I don't know how long we're gonna because I don't with my previous relationships. You know how sometimes when someone's in the shower, someone will come in, use the bathroom, that's never happened. That door's locked. You can use. Sometimes there's another bathroom. You can use another bathroom, or just plan your bathroom breaks. That's not
use a sink.
That's not a thing. My movements. My movements are mine.
Oh God.
I'm probably a little too proper when it comes to
wait a minute. Pixel, you're talking about someone in the shower and someone comes in to shit.
Yeah.
No.
Or pee or whatever it is.
Fine, but taking the shit while I'm trying to shower, And I'm washing myself.
Yeah, nice rosy smell, and then flaming hot Cheetos.
My God, Jesus Christ, Pixel. Flaming hot Cheetos.
Aiming that comment at somebody specific.
God. On the next episode, we'll
I'll
find
just
out.
I'll say when I'm having a flaming hot shit, I don't want anything in the bathroom. I put towels underneath the door so the sound is muffled. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I try
There's
to
a towel
shout,
behind it.
nobody can even hear me.
Yeah, but then you open that door and it's like, oh
Yeah.
no.
He puts a cold towel on his forehead. It's the whole experience.
Luckily, the bathroom's like right next to the door, so I'll say,
Boom.
yeah, I'll be like, I don't say nothing, but I'm just like, I'm gonna maybe open the door for a minute. Put that fan on.
That's crazy. I have one more self-harm story.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with me, by the
Close
way.
us out.
Hey, Sample.
Okay. Sand. All right, so this one has nothing to do with me. It actually deals with my little brother.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
It's a very short one. So it was like a Thursday. No, it was a Friday because that was, my dad was off on the weekends. He was a janitor for a school that's not too far from my house. So it was me and my little brother. We were home. He was a freshman in high school. I was a senior at this point. And he has this thing with jalapenos. He loves jalapenos. Everything hot. At the time, I didn't. So he was eating, and I was in my room gaming. Obviously it's my biggest passion to do.
What are you playing?
God, at the time I was playing. No, I love SOCOM.
Solid 3.
No, it was Time Splitters 2. Good game, by the way. Really good.
Whoa.
Yep. Yeah.
I have not thought about that game since Time Splitters 2 came out.
I have it. I have it on Xbox. I can still play it now. So
holy cow!
I've
All
never
right,
played
continue.
So anyhow,
It was sorry.
no, you're good. So basically, I'm in my room and I'm minding my business. This kid's in the fucking bathroom, cleaning up. He's one of those kids where he loves to make himself look real good. So he constantly checks his eyebrows, hair, all that stuff, whatever. I hear.
Did he trim his eyebrow hair?
No, although I kind of wish he did. It'd be funny. So I hear this this blood curdling scream that sounded like we just adopted a teenage girl coming from the bathroom while the door was locked. And my dad was home at the time. He came running downstairs. All you hear was bump, 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 bump. Angelo, what happened? I got Chile in my eye. He forgot to wash his hands. And he went to rub his eye.
No.
And my dad looked at him. He goes, "You big dummy, why didn't you wash your hands?" I forgot. You know what, Angelo?
Yeah. Oh no.
So your brother's same name as you?
No. I could dox myself right now. I don't care.
Yeah, Angel and Angelo.
Oh God, no.
That's dope.
I love him. I don't love him that much now.
Let's not do any more doxing, guys.
Angel's on a roll. What do you mean, Pixel?
From the guy that historically doesn't give out his name.
Give out mine. Yeah. We got the PS5.
Gary
He
Kip was
gave
a piece of
Ragged
shit.
my name. My full government name.
Yeah.
Ray Ragged was like, "Is this your name?"
Okay, sure. Thanks for that.
God.
I know that I care.
Hey, you know what? You search my government name, nothing comes up.
Nope.
I like it like that.
Every time I look
I
up
wish I could
his
say
government name, Kyrox, I still don't get nothing. No social security, no nothing. I'll find out.
Lovely this credit card or
Everything just says Kyrox on it, even his driver's license.
Mendes says Keo loves to dox, can confirm.
Hey, man.
Everybody but himself.
You know, that was a funny moment we had there. Where I was in a random, and we had somebody from Mendez's city, in Texas, and I said, "Hey, do you know C. Mendez?" And yeah.
So you know specifically what Mendez is referring to.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't. I just thought it was generalized comment. But you know exactly what he's talking
I
about.
dox him. But then I go to Teal Shark's stream, and Teal Shark's saying his full and last name.
Oh well.
Oh yeah, C. Mendez. Oh yeah, man, he's an awesome guy.
God.
So is it doxing?
He is an awesome guy.
I have to go on his
I
stream
talk to
more
myself
often.
all the time. Yeah, I talk to myself all the time. I'll talk in a third person. I do that a lot when we're playing games. And sometimes instead of saying Pixel, I say my name. I'm like, oh no.
Your wall is so naked though.
Yeah, it is. It's so funny. If Samfloat was still here, we gave Kyo such a hard time for a naked wall, and it is the most naked wall.
Not a single thing.
Oh,
Yeah, so
not
plugged
a
into
single
that-
thing. Well,
the
the opposite
socket.
side. The opposite side. Oh, take y'all around.
Oh,
That's, like,
yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. So
Let's go.
there's some stuff.
And in case you guys don't know, you can also see all his artwork over on Instagram. Over, what's your handle?
Mm-hmm.
Is Art by Pixel?
Art by Pixel. I think it's underscore.
Yes.
but
That's good.
Art underscore by Pixel.
I'm gonna get a tattoo of your skull.
Don't do that. Too late.
Oh,
Yeah, art underscore by Pixel. That's how it is.
make sure you
Like
guys
that's
check him out.
made.
That's amazing. We had a lot of good, funny stories. God, and a lot of them were just
Oh.
violent. Jeez, DogOwner just
I'm
started it
not
off.
mod.
What happened?
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't intend on starting it, but I was like, hey, teacher called on me. Like, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
That's my most recent one, though. I feel like we could all probably go another couple rounds saying stories. But
Yeah.
self harm, I think it's funny.
Yeah,
It happens to everybody.
yeah. Especially
See.
me. Always clumsy. I think the crazy thing is it's only the clumsiest of people that get hurt the most accidentally. Keo.
What do you mean me? I've been hurt like that in a long time. Where his dog owner smashed her hand
That
in,
was 4 years ago.
put her. It was like
3
years ago.
3 years ago.
Put her fist through a window on accident.
I'm still
So
waiting.
strong I am. I was like, oh.
God, I'm still waiting for another cabinet episode. I'm ready for that one.
How long are you trying to do this for?
Oh, no. I think we
I'm
should.
not
Be,
saying we gotta stop.
yeah, no. I honestly, I think we should be good. If anybody else has any stories, go
Can
for it.
I-
If not,
Can I ask? Like, this
Yeah.
is something I want to ask.
absolutely.
Like, what you guys been doing? We've been, and I'm sorry if I'm extending it longer than it needs to be, but what have you been doing? What have you been playing? Watching?
Oh no. That might be that could be a good closer. I was thinking
Yeah.
that we need a closer to like make us feel like we're actually like getting it out of like it would be just awkward if we're like okay bye so
Yeah.
no
I mean,
I
like one
that.
person has a rec that they want to, like, whether it's like a book, a TV show, a game, like one recommendation.
I read a book that I really enjoyed. It's kind of self-helpy, but it's actually really funny. And it's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And I recommend it to everyone. I think everyone could find a lot of enjoyment from it, honestly. It's
Cool.
the first chapter is a little weird, I'll have to say, because he kind of like... But it's kind of written like a novel, where he like wraps it up at the end. Like, so the first chapter, he's kind of almost like tearing us down a little. So it's kind of weird. It's like a little uncomfy. The first vibes I got from the book were not the same vibes I got at the end. But like even by the second chapter, like that kind of vibe is like already passed on. And then at the end, like it's just absolutely amazing. So
Mendez says
That's
it's a
amazing.
decent book.
yeah, I really enjoyed it. So
Say the name again.
I'm added it to the
The-
Amazon cart.
The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Okay.
That's awesome.
yeah.
Sick.
I
I might have to get that on Audible. I'm in the
Okay.
car a lot.
Is it
so
on Audible?
I'm sure
it probably is. It's a
most
very
are.
most of the time I mention it, someone in earshot has heard about it. So yeah, it's a very
Cool.
popular book.
Let's
All
see.
right. So, dog owner, what's the media that you consumed this week?
The media that I consume every week, almost every day for at least the past 4 years is my favorite podcast.
My
it's called-
favorite murder.
My Favorite Murder, my
Huh.
all-time most favorite podcast ever. And it's Karen Kilgariff and Georgia Hardstark, both women that they basically sit there every week and tell you a true crime story. But they bring true crime and comedy together, which sometimes putting those things together, people can be like, what's so funny about people dying? And if you listen to the podcast, it's really they tell the stories very, very well. They're very respectful and they're also very funny and they're very down to earth.
Yeah.
So, and they're they do about an hour, hour and a half. They both tell a story. And then also in the week they do mini-sodes where they read emails of viewers sending them in true crime stories. And sometimes they're not even true crime, they're just like stupid kid stories or like how did your parents fuck you up stories. And they're very very well spoken and they're fun to listen to. I've listened to them, like I said, for about 4 years, so definitely would recommend checking them out if you have any interest in true crime anything. They're wonderful.
I like how Mendez says, besides Keo getting distracted by Roseanne, today I was getting distracted by Martin.
Martin is either Martin or Roseanne are pretty much always on in the living room.
Pixel doesn't know Martin. You don't know Shanae? You know
Lawrence.
Shanae?
Oh,
Gina?
it's good. I think you would think it was
Martin.
funny. It's good.
Martin.
Wait, so it's like a Roseanne style, like it's like a sitcom kind of. What is it?
BET.
Oh,
Yeah.
And Martin Lawrence, he has a sitcom, and well, he had one, and he was with I can't remember, Tisha Campbell. That's his wife.
Yep.
And he had all these characters, crazy characters, but they're all super funny. He'd be
Shanae,
which is like him dressing up like a woman, be like, "Hell no, you didn't do it," and then going into like a little kid,
Roscoe.
with a snot nose.
That's fucking good.
I mean,
It's
an old
funny.
timer, and it was really funny.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, DogOwner distracts me with old ass shows.
They're
They're
good.
good. I want to watch them.
So, Angel, what media have you consumed this week?
Oh,
Video games,
man.
TV shows, podcasts,
Okay, so a
whatever,
lot
TV show,
of the
movies, comic books.
TV shows I haven't really been watching much. Like we'll put on YouTube or Max or whatever, and I don't really watch the TV as much. However, I have been listening to a podcast a lot, and as well as playing a few new games with Bry. The podcast I've been listening to is called Distractable, which if nobody's ever heard of it, that's ran by Markiplier and a couple of his friends, Bob and Wade.
Oh, that sounds cool.
It's funny. The way they do their setup is basically like they set it up to where each person gets points. They each become a host. Like they compete to see who can host the next episode. So like a lot of the stuff they do is really funny. A lot of the stories they tell is like immaculate. Sometimes they have serious conversations. Other times they're just wacky and out of control, or they do role play. But as far as that, I mean, gaming wise, me and Bri have actually been picking up on was Human Fall Flat. We've been playing that now. And I forgot how fun that was. And now I'm achievement hunting on that one too. God.
Oh no.
It's horrible, man. I'm dedicated.
Markiplier used to be like one of my favorite YouTubers. I mean, he still, I guess, kind of is, but I just haven't watched his stuff in a long time.
Yeah.
That was what they used to be, man.
Yeah.
I would listen to that podcast.
It's really
good. It sounds good. Yeah.
It's really good. If you guys want to listen
I've
to
listened to My Favorite Murderer before, but it was like probably a year or two ago. It was a while ago. So.
That's so cool.
For me, I've been playing Genshin.
Yup.
Yeah.
Genshin Impact. I've been loving
And
Genshin
Monopoly,
Impact.
of course, right?
Yup. Monopoly.
Today Monopoly. Not so much Fortnite. Fortnite needs an update. But I've been playing a lot of Genshin, podcast wise. I listen, like always, I listen to this podcast, Cheap Ass Gamer Podcast. It's a bunch of old timers, older than us, talking about video games. Like they've been big for a while. Other than that, I listen to this couple random podcasts about radio stuff. Like I used to listen to Bubba Love Sponge, and these are people I used to be on his crew. and basically it's them talking shit about him,
I hate
which
Bubbles.
I like because he used to talk shit about me.
He's such a dick.
What the
Bubba's a
hell?
dick.
So he used to talk shit about me. And I like hearing people talk shit about him, so it's kind of like a type of very weird thing. Other than that, literally, unless I'm like on stream, I play Genshin or Fortnite, and me and DogOwner we watched Dragula.
Ooh.
Ooh, I love Dracula.
Which is, it's not up my alley. I never thought drag shows were up my alley, but they get so catty and so feisty.
It's beautiful.
It's just funny as hell.
And their drag is all horror, filth, glamour, all wrapped into one. It's on AMC and then on Shudder. I've watched it for a couple years, and I had it on, and Keo finally. Well, I had it on the big TV, and he like, no, I don't want to watch that, but I caught him like stop it and like stopping in his tracks and watching the TV. I was like, it's good, right?
I love like how sassy and how catty they are.
Yeah.
And like
their art is
how
really
they just snap. Yeah, absolutely. Like, and I was never like a drag, like, oh my god, drag's my thing. I was never that person. But like, there's people on there where their costumes literally look like out of an anime, a horror movie, or something fucking goofy or silly. And I think it's really good and really fun to see.
Yeah, it's very cool. They're
If
really
you're not comfortable
talented.
with your sexuality, don't watch it.
Yeah. They're gonna go fuck like us and watch it. It's a good show. It's a good show.
No, it's a good show, but that was fun.
Good rec.
And,
yeah.
That's
other than
awesome.
that, just Genshin, dude. Genshin.
It's a beautiful game.
Loving it.
I love that game.
Oh my god, I love it, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, did you ever play Grandia growing up? Grandia 2
Mm-mm.
on the PlayStation or Dreamcast?
No.
I don't know. I got this new PlayStation controller, the Pro one, and I can I swap the sticks to feel like the old PlayStation controller. I literally feel like I'm like back in like 2007 playing a PlayStation game.
Oh, that's cool.
No. That controller has
Little
to
things.
be thin.
Huh?
You said
It has
that-
to be thin.
That little remember
I
the
see what you're saying. Yeah, like a PS1. Yeah.
yeah, like remember
It's like a PS1 DualShock.
Oh god, though I hated dude. That thing was so like I can't describe like the PS1. I love the PS1, but the fact that the controller was too thin, and you sit there like you just whip it around, do whatever. And now the controllers
With the analog sticks or no?
with the analog stick, yeah. Well, without them, no, they felt weird without them. But with the analog sticks, they were the best.
So we'll have this be the last topic, but what do you guys think? Like, do you like? I understand Pixel uses keyboard and mouse, but if you weren't using keyboard and mouse, would you rather use a PlayStation controller or a Xbox controller? And the thing for me is like I like the PlayStation controller, but I hate it when my thumbs touch each other because it's so close. Whereas like the Xbox controller, it's like far apart, and I can I don't know, and I can like lean hard on the movement.
Lean into it.
What do you guys think? What's your opinion of the controller?
I like the PlayStation because I don't like the staggered toggles on the Xbox. Like, this is my controller. I like the toggles being like nice and parallel.
Mm-hmm.
Like the staggered, like I feel like I don't have I don't have big hands. So trying to do the staggered, I feel like is like too much effort to get to them. So I like the parallel. What'd you say, Keo?
I don't think it made sense.
It's fine. PlayStation controller all the way is my vote.
What about you, big boy Angel?
Well, I grew up with both. I grew up with everything from like Super Nintendo onward, and I've gotten pretty used to every single controller. But hot preference, I want to say the PlayStation. I love the Xbox controller. I love it's it's a little bit of a different design, and it takes a little while to get used to. But I gotta agree with DogOwner. That's a much more sleeker controller than Xbox.
I got my N64 controller up there. Let me get it.
Yes, please.
But I can't play anything on my N64.
When was the last time you actually used a controller?
When was the last time I used a controller? Man, it's probably been like a year. And it was probably a Switch controller for like Stardew, or something like that.
Joy-Cons.
No, they were like on the thing. Well, I have an Xbox controller here. I don't know why I haven't thrown it away yet.
Well,
It has stick drift like nobody's business. So yeah, I just need to buy a new one, but I haven't. There's certain games. The reason I bought this and was like, obviously, hey, look how cheap it looks. It's really cheap. The reason I bought this was what was that War of Moria game or whatever? Something of Moria.
oh,
No, not Moria. Shadows of War. Shadows of War. That's what it was.
oh
of
yeah,
Mordor?
that was.
Or whatever. Yeah.
The Lord of the Rings one?
Yeah, where you could like teleport around and kill orcs and stuff. It was
Yeah,
sick.
Shadows of Mordor.
Yeah. It just did not feel like I played it on my keyboard and mouse. I'm like, this feels not right.
Yeah.
so I picked up a controller and it was so much fun. Oh my gosh, it's a really fun combat game. The story's meh, but the combat is a lot.
Oh my god, I lived on that game. I never played the sequel, but the first one, I 100% it.
I wish more games incorporated their like Nemesis system and stuff like that. That is so cool.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh my
It's
gosh.
really good.
You can make a lot of games amazing games.
It's DogOwner, the Nemesis system. You start beef with a different orc, and you'd go fight them and all this shit. Yeah.
She's like,
Oh.
she was like, I just
That
want to
was-
drink.
That was like 10% of an explanation. Like halfway through, he was like, "I'm not gonna explain the whole thing."
It's fine. It's cool. Thank you for including me in the conversation.
Yes.
I guess because I was like, "Ooh, that's over my head." I'm not a huge gamer. I did not grow up a gamer. I mean, I had a GameCube. My brother had PlayStations that I would kind of play like GTA every once in a while. But growing up was not heavy on games at all.
Mhm.
What I do now with like Fortnite and Fall Guys and now Genshin, like that's definitely, this is the most gaming I've ever done in my life right now. So
Welcome to the club.
the whole old school gaming things, I will very rarely have input. But I'm here for it. I'll talk about it as much as I can, but
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. Well, I think we're pretty much all settled here, ladies and gents. We really, truly appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with us. Sorry for the crazy, unorthodox things that were happening to the stream because, it didn't want to work. But, yeah.
Gotta fix DogOwner.
Yeah. I got to fix all
everybody's.
the cameras.
We'll work on the scene. Yeah, it was a little
Yep.
funky, but
I could do it now, but
Figure it
I'm not about to go and drive people crazy. But all right, we appreciate everybody. So again, to my right is DogOwner, right below me is Pixel, and down diagonal from me is Baby Boy Kyrox. We appreciate you guys showing in, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
bye.